back to bestbeginnerguitarlessons.com. I'm Sam, and in today's lessons we're going to talk about the 3 chords that you should have gone over and been practicing on. They are the C, the F, and the G7. And hopefully now you've been able to learn the chords to make them sound pretty clear. The C, the F, G7. So now we're ready to start working on strumming these chords to make the chord changes from one to the other. Learning how to change from one chord to the other, and at the same time while we're doing that, try to keep the strumming hand going while the hand making the chords is making the chord changes. And it's something that, again, with just a little practice, you may be already starting to do that, which is great. Again, with a little practice though, you'll be able to get to where you can change from the C to the F to G7 without any problems. But we're going to go over that today. Hopefully you know how to play the C now. Probably have it playing, sounding pretty good. Hopefully so. As long as you're close, that's the main thing. As long as you're close to having all the strings sound clear when you put the pick through each string individually, it's okay to move on. Same thing with G7. If you ever play it, making it sound pretty clear, doesn't have to be perfect. The perfect will come with practice and playing. But if you're close, that's great. Time to move on to where we are today. The F chord might take a little longer to get it really clear, because you have the first finger on the first 2 strings, 1st fret, second finger on 3rd string, 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the 4th string, 3rd fret. They're close together, so they can tend to touch a string next to it. One of your fingers touch a string next to it, causing a dead sound. But hopefully you work through that and you've got it sounding pretty clear. So today we're going to be talking about chord changing from one chord to the other. Okay, what we're going to do today, first of all, I'm sure you've got your guitar in tune. Hopefully just check it, make sure it's in tune before we start today. We're going to start with the C chord. And we're going to strum down 4 downstrokes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to change. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. And go back and forth. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Change. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change. C. 3, 4. G7. 1, 2, 3, 4. C. 2, 7, 3, 4, C, G7, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, G7, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, G7, 3, 4, C. That's good. So you're using 4 downstrokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, change your chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, change your chord. Back to C. 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. Back and forth. 4 strokes per chord, okay? C to G7. One thing I mentioned in the last video, is when you play in C, it might help you a little bit. Just relieve your fingers off the strings a little bit when you get ready to go G7. Just drop your first finger down to the 1st string. Move your 2nd finger up to the 5th string, your 3rd finger up to the 6th string, and you've got G7, just that easy. And you reverse that, you move your 1st finger up to the 2nd string, your 2nd finger down to the 4th string, your 3rd finger down to the 5th string, back to C. So that's it. That may help you just by lifting them up and just try to let the 3 fingers move together. Now you may be experiencing some problems with the fingers. In other words, instead of moving together, all together at one time, you may be having to pick each finger up, move it, place it, place it, place it. That's okay if you have to do that. But try to keep the strum hand going, even though you maybe having a little trouble making the chords fast enough. Try to keep the strum hand going, and this will help take care of this also. So, again, if you're having a little trouble switching, just keep going. And you keep going, just like that. until you get back to the chord that you're looking for. So again, sit down when you start practicing on these chords, chord changing. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can even slow it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, G7, 3, 4, C. 1, 2, G7, 3, 4. Then you take, and you can take the C and the F. C, 3, 4, F. 2, 3, 4, C. 2, 3, 4, F. C, 2, 3, 4, F. C, F. 4 times on each. And then finally you can go and mix them up. Go C, F. Now we'll try G7. G7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to C. F. 1, 2, 3, 4. G7. 2, 3, 4. Back to C. 2, 3, 4. Then G7. Switch to G7. 3, 4. Back to C. Back to G7. 4 strokes. 2, 3, 4. Back to C. 4. Then F. C. G7. Back to C. You get the idea. When you practice these chords, you'll just be doing 4 strums per chord, switching them up. You can start with C to the F, and C to G7, and G7 to the F. Switch them up in all different orders. That way you get used to playing the chords. No matter which one you're coming from and going to, you'll be used to it. And again, sit down and just practice them over and over. And I know it gets boring and you get tired of the same old thing. But believe me, it will pay off. We've got one more lesson before we actually play our first song. That's how close we are. One more lesson. But again, do not go on to the next lesson if you're still having a lot of trouble, with dead spots, dead strings, fingers not pressing the strings firm enough or touching the string next to it. If you're just having a little trouble, the chord is sounding pretty good, as far as you're concerned, you say, that's the way, it's pretty good, it sounds pretty good, you can move on. Move on to the next lesson. Because as the more you practice, the more we continue through these lessons, this will clear up. And you probably won't even notice it, but it's clearing up all the time. Each time you sit down to play, it's clearing up. But again, mix the chords up, C, F, G7, any order, back and forth. Mix those 3 chords up completely. Like I say, we have one more lesson to go, and then yes, the time will be here to play the very first song. And I know you can't wait till we get there. And I can't wait to show you and be able to show you how to play your very first song. It's an exciting time with the guitar, and I know you're going to have a lot of fun doing it. Again, I'm getting some really good response from the website. I'm really excited and happy I'm able to make a little difference in different people being able to learn how to play the guitar, and hope that I'm making a difference in showing you how to play the guitar. It's something you will cherish all your life. If once you learn how to play, you will never regret learning how to play the guitar, because it's something you can take with you throughout life. No matter what stage of life you're in, you'll have that with you, and people would admire you, and you'll have fun doing it with your family and friends, and by the campfire, and maybe in a little small local group band or several bands. You can do a lot of different things once you learn to play, or just sitting at home playing the guitar and singing. A lot of fun. I've done many hours and hours of staying at home and just picking up the guitar and playing and singing. Great stress relief also. It's a good way to, if you've had a long day at work or a long day at school, sit down, pick your guitar up and strum, play, sing. even if you're not a good singer. I'm not a great singer. I can play guitar, but I'm not a real good singer, but it doesn't really matter. You do it for your own enjoyment. As long as you're enjoying it, hopefully that's all that matters. And again, if you have any questions, be sure and email me. I'm here to help you in any way I can. Again, we're focusing on strictly teaching you how to play the guitar the easiest way possible. I've taught hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of students how to play guitar. Some even play it professionally today. And you will learn, but just don't give up. Stay with it. Practice each and every day, 5 days a week, minimum 15 minutes per day. I can't stress that enough. If you practice, if you stay with it on a regular routine, day by day, and follow through the lessons, one right after the other, learning each one well before you move on to the next, you will learn how to play. Again, until the next lesson, let's go play some guitar.